There's also been some surprise results. I would consider maybe Minnesota beating Ohio State as a little bit of surprise there early in the year, and now you've got the rematch. That's our game coming up at the top of the hour. And what's really kind of neat about this game is you might see some history being made. Ohio State's Sammy Prahalis is 10 assists away from tying the all-time Big Ten record held by Northwestern's Nancy Kennelly. She is 11 off from breaking the record. We have seen her make some phenomenal passes in her 4 years. Let's take a little trip back, eh?
She's a tremendous playmaker and plays with the ball in her hands as well as any point guard in the country.
Up ahead to Prahalis, behind her back, and then a no-look pass to Beach.
Wow, what a look! Prahalis, another assist.
Prahalis, great look down low, and all alone Raven Ferguson. Great feed inside, Beach with the bucket and the foul. But it's Prahalis the other way. On the fast break, and tipped off the window.
Prahalis behind the back, Lavender got it!
Prahalis on the inbound, gets the rebound, Jantel Lavender, thank you very much. She makes it look easy.
Prahalis between the legs.
Good pass, that's what she does well. Prahalis finds Adam. How do you stop that though, Vera?
I'm telling you, those two work so well together.
What a pass! Lavender finishes +1.
Oh, now she's popping the shirt. Oh, now we're seeing Sammy come alive.
Prahalis seems to be in the right place. What a pass. Allen reverses it.
Nifty little pass inside to her favorite target, Jantel Lavender.
Prahalis, nice behind the back. Dishes on. Lavender finishes.
Prahalis there to snare it. That was cool.
That's a good way to sum it up there. Cool. Sammy Prahalis, that you see there, inching up to Nancy Kennelly. Only 10 off from tying and 11 off from breaking the record. You'll have to stay tuned at the top of the hour. Ohio State taking on Minnesota to see if Sammy Prahalis can become the all-time Big Ten assist leader. But, you know, you had kind of joked with me about the word deception, but I think that's what she does. I think a lot of women's players are very deliberate sometimes when they pass, but not Sammy P.
No, she's flashy, she's edgy, she's competitive. And you know what's interesting about Samantha Prahalis is, as coaches, you always ask your players to be somebody else on the floor than you are off the floor. And she is that. She's got the flair, she's got the style, but she's got the game to back it up. I mean, this is a player who has natural passing instincts, and there aren't too many who have that anymore, who understand when to deliver it and how to deliver it to make your teammates better. But what I also like about Samantha Prahalis is she's not afraid to take the game over. She's not afraid to take the big shot, make or miss. She is a big game player, a crunch time player.
Yeah, and deception's, I guess, a big word for me, huh?
It's a big, but you went to Northwestern.
That's right. That's right. That's the first time that's what they taught us on the first day, I should say. But, you know, there's a lot to watch, too, on Minnesota's side, including one of the best freshmen here in the Big Ten. A lot of players who are eager to maybe perhaps sweep the Ohio State Buckeyes. Katie Loberg, what impresses you about her?
Well, I think the post players from Minnesota in general, and particularly Katie Loberg, were what impressed me, because those players stepped it up to another level when they played Ohio State. And Katie Loberg is a player who's continued to get better every year. You see her rebounding numbers. Minnesota's going to need that from her tonight.
Gophers will also need Rachel Bannum to put up some points. And we had talked about this. You know, there's so many comparisons to Lindsay Whalen, and she has actually even lived up to those comparisons, to the point Pam Borton one told me that this season that she thinks she's even more offensively gifted in a way, more so than Lindsay Whalen at this point.
And maybe more naturally gifted. I mean, I think she's a player who things just come to her very naturally. Maybe from a skill standpoint and from a body standpoint, they mirror each other a lot. But Rachel Bannum is a player who had a lot of expectations put on her early. She has lived up to those expectations. I think she's probably even exceeded those expectations.
Well, you saw her point total there. I mean, 6th in the Big Ten, not just with the rookies, but for everyone here in the conference. And Minnesota beat Ohio State back in the end of January, and they really exposed that post game for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Minnesota took it at Ohio State early and often in the post. And these are Minnesota post players, 3 of them in particular, that did such a good job of establishing themselves early. And you see Katie Loberg right there, and Kiana Kellogg and Michaela Roche as well. Just did such a good job posting for the ball. There were no adjustments made. They were able to just get good position, get it inside. But Minnesota in general attacked the paint off of the dribble. They got offensive rebound putbacks. So it wasn't just low post presence. It was the way that they attacked the Ohio State defense, got easy buckets in the paint, played from the inside out. And Minnesota's going to have to do that again if they want to be successful.
If that is not enough of a reminder, how about the most recent reminder when Ohio State took on Penn State, and Jim Foster can point to that and say, hey, look, same thing happened.
No question.
Your quick keys before we go. We're just moments away here from the tip.
Well, I think for Ohio State, it's just how are you going to rebound? How are you going to respond? And for Minnesota, it's about defense and rebounding.
All right. Can't wait to see what happens in round number 2. Minnesota in Columbus this time. Now we turn it to Eric Collins and Mary Murphy for the call. We'll see you here at the half.
For 4 years, Samantha Prahalis has been different in the most wonderful way possible. The desire, the vision, the talent. For 4 years, Samantha Prahalis has bedazzled the Big Ten, playing a brand of basketball not often seen in the women's game. Tonight, in her final appearance at Value City Arena, we salute the magical career of Samantha Prahalis. Welcome everyone to the capital city of Ohio. We're at Value City Arena here in Columbus for Big Ten Network basketball. It's the suddenly hot Minnesota Golden Gophers in town taking on Jim Foster's Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you along for the ride. I'm Eric Collins alongside my partner Mary Murphy. Tonight's game's so important for 2 reasons. It's senior night. Samantha Prahalis plays her final game here at home for the Buckeyes. But maybe more important, Ohio State needs this one tonight after getting embarrassed at Penn State on Monday.
Yeah, they really had a tough go, most especially on the boards. Ohio State needs to get their house in order because crunch time has arrived.
And it's not going to be easy. Ohio State has already lost once this year against the Golden Gophers. They have a fantastic young point guard in Rachel Banham.
They really do, and Banham is special without a doubt because she has a tremendous all-around game. She's rugged. I mean, she is built for inside action, and she can penetrate. She dishes beautifully to her teammates. She's a terrific rebounder. She shoots the three to a tune of about 44%. She makes great things happen, and she will try to do that here tonight.
So what that means is we have 2 great point guards going at it. Of course, Ohio State for the last 4 years, it's been all about Samantha Prahalis.
It really has been all about Samantha Prahalis, and I think she's the player of the year this year because what doesn't she do well? She pushes tempo. She's exciting to watch. She's really elevated her individual defense, just getting after it nonstop. The woman barely comes out of ball games, playing 40 minutes all the time, shooting the ball well, assists, scoring. She does it all.
Getting ready for some basketball here in Columbus. Don't go anywhere. The Buckeyes and Gophers coming up. Minnesota trying to do the unthinkable and sweep the season series against Ohio State.
We know what we need to do to win. Okay, we did it once this year. Let's come out and do it again. Let's bring it on the road. It's time for us to get a road ring, just like he said. So we had 3 great days of practice, you guys. Let's put it to use. Here we go.
Let go. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Well, Pam Thornton allowing her Golden Gophers to talk over their pregame thoughts by themselves. Jackie Foyt, senior from Cottage Grove, imparting some words of wisdom. There is Pam Thornton, now in her 10th season. Remember, she took the Gophers to the Final Four back in 2004. Here's her starting 5, led by the freshman. Rachel Banham leads the team in scoring. Yara Buford has been good for 4 years. Masty Kellogg and Katie Loborg. That is the front wall, rounding out the starting 5 for Minnesota. Well, Jim Foster has been around the block. He, too, is in his 10th year. 763 wins, 259 of them coming here with the Buckeyes. He really likes the style that this team plays this year. A lot of offense for the Buckeyes. They really move the basketball well. Sometimes defense is an issue. The Buckeyes starting 5, Amber Stokes, Taylor Hill, Samantha Prahalis playing in her 129th game, her final home game here at Value City Arena. Freshman from Cleveland, Kalpana Beach, and Ashley Adams, the sophomore from Arkansas. These 2 teams have met 61 times previously. Ohio State winning 50 of the 61 games, but most importantly, first meeting of the season up at Williams Arena in Minneapolis. The Gophers won it handily, Mary Murphy.
They did, and they did it with a post presence, and they've been talking about that back in the studio, and a lot of it was Katie Loberg early, just putting the ball on the floor and attacking Ashley Adams. But I'll tell you this, Ohio State team has something to prove early, and I think it's not about tempo, it's about smash mouth basketball. That is, you better get a body, box out, and start ripping some rebounds, because that did not happen Monday night at Penn State.
Ohio State was almost doubled in rebounds by the Nittany Lions, Lady Lions, 60-32. No wonder they lost that game going away. Tap out of bounds, it will be Minnesota basketball. So the Gophers start on offense. This is the freshman point guard, Rachel Banham. Leads the team in scoring, 16 points per game. That is 6th best in the conference. Loberg passes it back up high. This is Kellogg, swings it over in the corner. Nasty guarded by Prahalis. Jump shot, Buford has it rim out. Run down in the corner by Amber Stokes. Buckeyes always look to move the basketball quickly down the floor. In transition, Prahalis, her first shot is true.
Welcome to the last night at home for Sammy Prahalis, and she starts it off with a 3.
Quickly the other way. First 2 points for the point guard for the Gophers, Rachel Banham.
Yes, we really do expect this to be a scintillating performance between the 2 point guards.
With those 3 points, Prahalis moving up the leaders. Here's almost an assist. Shot missed by Kalpana Beach. Prahalis now with 1,910 career points. Defensively, the Buckeyes lose track of Banham. She's got 4 early points.
She does a great job of probing, finding the post not available, so she just takes it right to the rack.
Minnesota native Taylor Hill misses her first shot, rebounded by Loberg. Gophers with the lead and the ball.
What's important, though, for Minnesota, they need to get others involved. There's no doubt about that. They can ride Banham for a while, but Buford obviously needs to have a big game as well.
A little too strong, rebounded by Prahalis. Prahalis, pull-up jumper, swish, she's 2 for 2.
And I think the same thing goes for Ohio State. Jim Foster, if you're open, likes the early shot, but certainly the thing he emphasized today at shoot-around is we want ball reversal, not once, not twice. They want to force Minnesota to play defense for extended seconds.
With the 5 early points, Prahalis has just moved into a 4th-place tie all-time in scoring with the Buckeyes. She's now tied with the great Tracy Hall. Prahalis again with the ball on the wing. Buckeyes up by 1. Prahalis, inside dump off Adams. And now they'll swing it around the perimeter. Hill's pass is high, saved by Prahalis, but her foot was on the line. It'll be a turnover.
Sammy Prahalis' last basket coming up the floor. Masty trying to pick her up and think and drive the whole way. And that little step to the side by Sammy Prahalis. Hey, she's tough to guard one-on-one, but for Masty, it's very, very difficult.
That's not a fair fight with Prahalis' quickness. Now Prahalis ahead of the pack, forces contact, scores, and is fouled.
So it has been the Sammy Prahalis show. Loberg doing her best to just kind of run under it, maybe disrupt, but instead get some contact. And you can just kind of see, wait for it, initiate the contact, and just get it up around the basket.
That's something she has done so well for 4 years. For a smaller player, she gets fouled and goes to the free throw line and always shoots a great percentage.
She really does, and it's the scoring part of her game. And I think people questioned that a year ago, that when Lavender graduated, would she be able to play without the big inside? I mean, they have Ashley Adams, but Ashley Adams is not a Jantel Lavender.
So Prahalis 8, Gophers 4. Only 2 players have scored so far in the game, Prahalis and Banham. Nasty. Shot is short. 1 and done. Rebounded by the Buckeyes. And again, Prahalis forcing the issue, this time Wild with the layup. Now Banham showing off her speed. Dribbles into traffic, loses it, picked up by Loberg. And it's the bottom of the rim. Hill just wins the race down the floor, gets the loose ball, and is fouled. So Taylor Hill will go to the line and shoot a pair of free throws. Now history in the making. Samantha Prahalis with this good early start, has moved past Tracy Hall. Only Lavender, Katie Smith, and Jessica Davenport with more points.
And some old school people on that list. I mean, Tracy Hall, a fantastic power forward, just so good inside. Katie Smith, obviously one of the great players in all of women's basketball, played in so many Olympics. And there's Sammy P right there with her, a point guard, scoring amongst the Giants and the shooting guards. And that's quite an all-star team right there. I'd take that 5 and let's go.
You can win some games with those 5. Maybe Taylor Hill will join that list. She's still got a senior season next year. She's now got 2 points in the game after making both free throws.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's a danger zone for Minnesota, but it's a little dangerous right now.
Wow, score the goal off the window and the foul.
You know, I think she kind of sensed it. If this thing gets too far away, it's going to be tough for Minnesota. Banham handling the pressure of Stokes, feels the contact and the strength to get that shot off.
So Banham with all 6 of the Gophers' points. She's going to go to the free throw line where she has been exceptional, shooting 85%.
You know, sometimes it's tough for a freshman to come in and really meet expectations. You talk to the Minnesota coaches and they say Banham has exceeded expectations. She has had a whale of a freshman year.
Closing in on the freshman record for points for the Gophers, trailing only Linda Roberts. And the game 21 points behind Linda Roberts. She is closing quickly.
We're going old school. Linda Roberts, a great low post player in years gone by up in Minnesota.
Prahalis has it bounce off the shoe of Kellogg, run it down in the backcourt. Shot clock is not reset. It's down to 7. Dump off Hill. Gonna have to fire. Elbow jumper is wild. And it's gonna be a shot clock violation or the ball go out of bounds. Shot clock violation, Minnesota ball.
Okay, so who's Minnesota going to get involved in the offense? I mean, Banham obviously off to a great start, but Buford needs to get involved. Kellogg, a great offensive rebounder. Richey's in the game. Can they get her involved? She looked great in practice today.
Kellogg inside is fouled. So Kellogg will go to the free throw line. Timeout on the floor. So far on senior night, the senior for the Buckeyes, Samantha Prahalis, has been special. Buckeyes on top by 3. DTN Women's Basketball is brought to you in part by Pure Silk Shave Cream, soothing aloe gel plus fabulous. Help your legs look and feel like pure silk. Welcome back, everyone, to Columbus, Ohio. With Mary Murphy, I'm Eric Collins. 15:54 left in our first half. Buckeyes up by 3. Time now for Murphy's Law.
It's my favorite time of the game for Minnesota. They have a problem with turnovers, and turnovers are going to turn into points. They got to pound the boards. Ohio State, the key for me, yeah, they got to shoot well. Second chance points. Monday night at Penn State, Stephanie White was there. 29-0 Penn State, second chance points. Just the biggest number I've ever seen. They got to clean that up and do a good job tonight.
First free throw is missed by Kiana Kellogg, sophomore from Ames, Iowa. She'll have one more. She splits the 2. It's the first point scored for the Gophers by someone other than Rachel Banham. Prahalis has the ball up high. Over to Ashley Adams. Puts the ball on the ground a couple of times. Amber Stokes now. Stokes goes right to the basket and comes up a little bit short. Banham with the rebound. Look ahead pass and Buford runs it down. Takes her time. Shot is made with the left hand. Up and in. Nice bit of work there. Michaela Richey, her first touch.
I like that she took her time. I mean, she couldn't be in a hurry because if she did, the thing was going to get blocked by Ashley Adams. Find an angle, go up strong. Big 2 points for Richey. Needs confidence inside.
Prahalis forces contact, absorbs it, and scores. What a start for the senior.
What a start. She already has double figures.
10 points in less than 5 minutes. This is her 129th game with the Buckeyes, but her final home game. And now it's Steele. Prahalis out ahead of the pack, working against Masty. The drive-by score. A cool dozen for Prahalis.
You're taking the charge and thinking, here she comes. and elusive. Takes a step to the left and just kind of glides that ball in. She is focused tonight.
And Richey switched to pivot foot, called for the turnover.
Sammy Prahalis, nobody talks about her defense, but here, just arms glow, following the track of the ball, survey, no one's coming, just, oh yeah. Must be fun to be Sammy P.
12 of the Buckeyes' 14 points have come from their senior point guard. They give it to her again on the wing. This one spins out. Good strong rebound, Richey inside. Ohio State on the year, 10-4 in conference play. Currently ranked 14th in the country. Richey working on Adams, has it blocked away. Adams leading the Big Ten in block shots with 3 a game.
Yeah, if you go into her body, she is going to block you.
Hill has the ball. 21 points per game she averages. Adams misses along the wing, rebounded by Stokes. Extra shot, and Prahalis cashes in 3 more.
All right, bring up some second chance points for Ohio State. Rebound off the miss, kick it out, 3.
They're having a special ceremony after the game to honor Samantha Prahalis. She's doing some celebrating right now.
Indeed. A lot of schools have moved that ceremony to after the game. Just take some of that edginess, the emotional that goes along with it. Time's winding down.
2 on the shot clock. Buford. A little bit too strong. At least got it up on the rim. Well, like I say, it didn't touch the rim, and it's a shot clock violation. I thought it hit the heel of the basket. Officials are going to confer. Pam Borton obviously thinks that the ball hit the rim.
Sammy Prahalis, the offensive rebounder by Stokes. The kick out to the red-hot Sammy Prahalis, and then, hey, it's going down. She talks with her hands, she talks with her mouth. From Long Island. And people thought that the marriage between Jim Foster and Sammy Prahalis was something that would not work. Kind of old school with new school. And both of them could not be happier with the results.
Ohio State still playing with their starting 5. Gophers have gone to the bench once again. Leah Cotton has checked in. She wears number 11 for the Gophers.
She was guarding Prahalis.
Prahalis goes right past her. Leaves it for Hill now. Shot clock at 10. Hill step in 3. This one goes in. All of the Buckeye points have been scored by their 2 stars, Taylor Hill and Samantha Prahalis.
It has been a 2-woman show all season long for Ohio State. The backcourt has been dynamic, and Taylor Hill getting involved. The woman who has range, and I mean major range. You see Richey kind of play off. She's protecting that drive, but when you play Taylor Hill, you better protect the 3.
And this isn't a new thing. Take a look at these top scoring duos across the country. Only the duo from Tennessee Martin out of the Ohio Valley Conference averaging more than Taylor Hill and Samantha Prahalis combined.
Well, they already have 20, so they're halfway home.
We haven't even played 8 minutes. We're 7.5 into this one, and already Prahalis with 15 and Hill with 5. Folks, we should mention, first time around, Ohio State did not shoot the basketball well at all against the Gophers. Just 34% from the field, just 58% at the free throw line. And they lost convincingly, lost by 11 to the Gophers.
And in the first half, they shot 23%. Will not be the case tonight.
Buckeyes 7 for 14 shooting, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line.
You know, Eric, sometimes on senior night, players are sad, they're nervous. Sammy Prahalis just wants to come out here and beat the Gophers.
Emily Harmon's checked in. Very early appearance for her for Ohio State. Junior from Pickerington, Ohio. She's defending against Richey and forces a bad pass. Turnover, and it's Ohio State basketball.
Look, this entire Ohio State team sat down and watched about 7 minutes that they put together on that Penn State game, and I think it's a good idea. You put everybody in there and say, play defense, box out, let's get involved, let's get this thing going.
This is Harmon, her first touch, dumped down, one-handed catch by Adams. Stokes inside, left-handed jumper missed. Harmon fighting for the rebound is gonna be fouled. Michaela Richey goes over her back. Timeout on the floor. 11:56 left to play in the first half. The Buckeyes rolling here in Columbus.
What I love about her and what I love about being in the gym with her and always have is her competitiveness. I mean, she comes to win and she comes to play hard, and she spends and invests more time extra than any player I've coached. I mean, she'll come in the gym at night and get 500 shots up. She's got a number of managers that are very willing to accommodate her needs when it comes to extra work, and she takes advantage of it. But as hard a worker and as committed a player as I've been around.
And think about what that means, as Sammy Prahalis puts on an early show. Jim Foster has coached at St. Joe's, Vanderbilt, and Ohio State. And Sammy Prahalis, the hardest worker of all of them. It's really a testament to why she is the player she is and why she's improved so much over the years.
Take a look at these numbers. First all-time in assists. Of course, she's closing in on the Big Ten record. Has a chance with an exceptional game today to become #1 all-time in the Big Ten assists. And it's not just the passing, it's the scoring ability that she has that makes her so unusual. Darice Moore has checked in for the first time for Ohio State. This is Hill, misses the jumper, ball loose on the floor, offensive rebound, Amber Stokes.
Amber Stokes played just 12 minutes at Penn State on Monday. I think she's got a lot to get after today as well.
17 points now for Prahalis. Earlier this year, she had a 34-point game. That's her career high. She's halfway there. We're not even halfway through the first half. Going for the rebound, we have got a held ball. Alternate possession arrow is going to give it to Ohio State.
Well, most of Sammy Prahalis' family has made the trip over for senior night, her last home game here in Columbus. So she's playing to a packed house and a large group and contingent of family.
So Ohio State with the lead and the ball. Up by 12. They are out-rebounding Minnesota, in case you're wondering. Remember, that was the big problem against Penn State on Monday. Inside, Moore, back out to Stokes, to Prahalis. Shot clock at 5. Prahalis so sneaky inside, the assist to Harmon.
So you knew the adjustment was going to come. You'll start doubling everything off that high screen, and off of that, she's going to find open people. So now suddenly the assists are going to start coming for Sammy P.
And a whistle, and we're going to have an official timeout. Looks like Katie Loberg needs some assistance.
So all the focus is on Sammy, and with good reason. She is scoring up a storm in this early going. Loberg will sit.
So Michaela Richey back into the game. Also in is Jackie Voigt. Voigt, number 45. Hands it off to Masty. So a radically different lineup than began the game for Minnesota on the floor right now.
And the challenge now for Cotton is to get the offense going because Stokes is all over her.
Going for the loose ball, we're going to have a foul call.
It is challenging.
Stokes.
It's really challenging to start your offense by the value city on the floor, and that's where Cotton is trying to get it going. And a great job by Cotton. If you need to get to a loose ball, you turn and get your backside on the defender's side so she can't get to the ball. That's why there's a foul on that play on Stokes.
Yeah, but Jim Foster still liked the fact that Stokes giving up her body going for that loose ball.
Yeah, this game's all about energy for Ohio State after Monday night.
Now Cotton working against Stokes. Picks up her dribble, squeezes it over to Buford, and we're going to have a foul inside defensively on the Buckeyes. Emily Harmon called for her first personal.
And it's a good call. When you're playing post defense, you can't get your arms laced in there and just try to arm bolt and not allow your offensive player to move around.
Raven Ferguson into the game for the first time for Ohio State, replacing Amber Stokes. Fresh shot clock to work with for the Gophers.
If you're on Ohio State, you want to get on the floor because this has been so much fun so far.
Buford, her first 2 points, she averages 13, second best on the team.
She's so effective in that mid-range area.
Moore hands it off to Prahalis. This time the shot fake dumped down inside. And Moore scored the goal. And she's fouled, showing off a nice left hand inside.
Hey, Moore's tough to do. If you want to do the bump with her, she's going to be the victor. She gets inside. We're going pick and roll. She's going to just slide in there. We're going to stop it right here. You're trying to stop her. You can't do it. She's just going to keep backing in, and we're going to roll forward on it. Here comes Moore. One-on-one coverage. She's going to turn into the double. Doesn't matter. All that strength. She's protected. She's right where she wants to be.
Mary, I've been to a lot of practices over the years and watching the women's game. And Jim Foster's teams, they always have so many drills that they work on, making moves to your offhand, making right-handed players effective going left, left-handed players effective going right.
You got to have a counter, because whatever your primary move is, that's what everybody watches on tape, and that's what they're going to take away.
Step back three, Cotton has it lip out, picked up off the bounce by Raven Ferguson. Buckeyes boxing out really well early in this one. Harmon takes her time and puts in 2 more.
Wouldn't you love to be a post player on this Ohio State team? Just get yourself in the right spot, show a target, and be ready for it.
And another turnover on the inbounds. What have the Buckeyes not done well so far in the first 11 minutes?
Not much. We talked about boxing out and how important it was. Look at the box out on this shot. Everybody gets a body, and then they go after the ball. That's what they didn't do Monday night.
Prahalis elbow jumper. This one no good. It's going to be an over-the-back foul on Raven Ferguson. I think if you're a coach and you see a rebound off a ball that is bounced on the floor, I think that tells Jim Foster his team is boxing out everyone so well.
Well, sometimes you do that as a coaching drill. You have 5 people and you just wait till it bounces twice, and then you can go get it. You're just trying to just emphasize, make contact, get your arms up, and hold it out.
All right, let's see if the Gophers can get their offense in gear. They're playing without Rachel Banham, and they have been for the last couple of minutes. Nasty inside, takes her time. A nice move there for the senior.
Yeah, found an open space. You're exactly right. Took her time and found a good angle. Now they need to go to work. Offense has just been flowing too easily. Oh, blocked by Buford.
So now Cotton racing the other way. Throws up a wild shot. She's fouled, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. And this is not good news for the Gophers, as Rachel Banham has been out for a couple of minutes. Looks like she's being looked at by some of the managers. I don't know what this is all about.
Cotton at the free throw line.
First one up and in.
And for the Buckeyes, Malika Kennard, replacing Raven Ferguson.
It's always good when your star point guard walks back down to sit near the coaches, which usually means you're ready to come back in the game. Every minute she's sitting is not a good minute for Minnesota.
Malika Kennard is now on the floor for Ohio State, number 12 in gray. She's got the ball for the first time. Gets a screen from Moore. Taylor Hill thought about it. Now dribbles with the left hand, hesitates, gets in the lane, and is stripped away. They're going to call it travel. This is a special game for Taylor Hill. We told you before, she is from the Twin Cities. Played high school basketball with and against a lot of these women for the Gophers. And she didn't have a great performance.
She did not.
Back in January against the Gophers. She scored 26 points, but she took 23 shots to do it.
Yeah, just 3 of 11 from three-point range, and she just didn't seem to flow with the game as well. And I think maybe you're pushing it. Your family's there, you know, her brothers and sisters, mom and dad, and you want to put on a good show. I'm sure she's very focused tonight.
This is Kellogg up high. Under 8 minutes to play first half. Open look, nasty. Misses everything, tapped out of bounds, last touched by Ohio State. Timeout on the floor. Good news for the Gophers. When we come back, their star freshman, Rachel Banham, will rejoin the 5 on the floor.
And this is where Rachel Banham tweaks her ankle, landing on the foot of Moore. Shot goes up, And she comes down, and just a little bit of wobble in that ankle right there, the right ankle. Actually, it was her teammate on the ankle of Loberg.
Looks like she's got a little bit of a limp. She's going to be back on the floor. She's missed the last 3.5 minutes. Coming up after our game, don't miss the journey. Big Ten basketball 2012. We go behind the scenes of the Big Ten. All the teams and coaches you love. That's coming up next. Right here on BTN, presented by GMC. One and done. Ball back over to the Buckeyes. Kennard, her first shot. A little bit too strong. Caught in the rebound. Ripped away by Hill. And ripped away again by Kellogg.
Nice 1-2 punch. Get the ball back. A 4-0 run by Minnesota. And they need to turn this into a 6-0 or a 7-0 run. Sammy, bad foul.
For Ohio State, that foul is the first on Prahalis, and as a team, it is team foul number 7. So they've reached the bonus. It's going to be a 1-on-1 situation for the Gophers.
Clock stop. Just want to take advantage of every opportunity. When you're on the road, you have not been a great road team. Opportunities at the free throw line, you've got to step up and knock them down.
Cotton hits the first. Gophers have won one road game in conference play, and that was back in early January against Northwestern. But at home, as of late, they're playing better basketball. They've won their last 2 games, beating Nebraska, really nice win, and Illinois most recently.
So a 6-0 run. Now it's time to play defense if you're the Gophers.
Ashley Adams over to Prahalis.
Just that continuous high post screen.
Shot is a little bit short for Prahalis, but an offensive rebound for Beach. And now a steal. Good active hands, Leah Cotton.
Now the question for Ohio State, once Sammy Prahalis cools off, who will take over? Who's going to step up and get involved offensively?
Bannon backdoor cut. Kellogg can't find her. Now the interior post pass stolen away. Prahalis. Buckeyes have numbers. This is a 3-on-2. Hill. A little bit short. Usually she is among the best in the country at 44% from behind the arc.
Yeah, she's been struggling a bit. Her form just doesn't quite look as tight. The shot's not going down quite as consistently. And as you head into tournament time, Taylor Hill being just right focused where she needs to be, so important for the Buckeyes.
One and done. You talk about tournament time. This game is very important for the Buckeyes and their seeding in the Big Ten tournament. Prahalis, great find, and Beach can't convert. With a win tonight, Ohio State will clinch a bye in the Big Ten tournament and finish no worse than a 3 seed when the tournament begins next Thursday in Indianapolis. Bannon misses her first shot since coming off the bench. Hill hesitates, gets inside, and draws the foul.
How about that inside-out dribble by Taylor Hill? You take it in, you get the defense pinching on that, and you come right out with it.
Minnesota foul number 45, Jackie Boyd, her first team foul.
Taylor Hill. That is a special move.
So they call the foul on Jackie Voigt, and it'll be 2 free throws for Taylor Hill. She's a 76% free thrower.
And Taylor Hill, who's been watching tape and video of great players since she was like in 5th and 6th grade, would sit down with her mom and dad and just break it down. And everyone talks about her high basketball IQ. It doesn't come naturally. You just don't wake up and have it. It comes for a reason, because you're studying as a youngster, and then you just continue to take your game to new heights.
One of the greatest scholastic players to ever play high school basketball in the state of Minnesota. Decided to leave the state and play for Jim Foster here at Ohio State. Gophers down by 11. Buford keeps her dribble alive. Prahalis can't save it. It'll stay with Minnesota.
You know, one of the great coaching lines you hear from people, and it doesn't matter at what level, well, we need to make shots. How you doing? We've got to make shots. Well, Minnesota's got to make shots. That's a big possession, and they get another try at it here. They're on a 6-1 run. That thing takes it to 8-1, and they keep chipping away at this lead. You got to knock down open shots.
Shea, double team, dribbles out of it, and travels.
And that's the problem. Brashear has had all season long. Great idea, no finish. Ball comes inside, Adams is being physical with her. Just decide and go, but it's that shuffle. Did you see her pick up that left foot, the pivot foot? You can't do that. You just gotta elevate and go strong.
Martina Ellerby now into the game for the first time. Ellerby delivers the pass to Kennard. Body's flying. Under 5 minutes to play first half. Hill back out to Prahalis. Clean look. This one rims out, so she's cooled down a bit. Bantam flying the other way in transition. Brashear, great rebound, can't convert.
Brashear is close to putting it together. You can see it. Physically, she's right there with this ball game, but just inches, moments away from finishes on the last 2 offensive possessions.
Now Buford throws one up and in. Her second made field goal. Senior from St. Paul now with 4 points.
And they got it under 10. The lead was as high as 16, so you're making progress if you're a Gopher.
Wild shot missed by Prahalis, but another offensive rebound. Hill has it lip out. I like Brashear as a rebounder. She is very physical. Good hands, too. Loberg spins, a little bit short, one-handed rebound by Prahalis.
See, they like Loberg putting the ball on the floor, but just a little bit of a pinch defensively by Ohio State takes it away.
Great pass, the find, Prahalis to Ellerby.
Eric, run the floor, be available, and you will get the basketball.
It all started when a Gopher defender turned the back to Prahalis. That's always a mistake. She'll go right around you. Now Bantam, great dribbling to get inside and finish. Just a freshman.
See, I love Bantam. She's watching Sammy P do all this. She's coming down and saying, I got a little something too.
Now Prahalis rolls around the baseline and finishes with the left hand. 19 first half points.
And we're used to her continuing on that baseline and then searching inside and out for someone to pass it to. That time maybe a surprise, the explosive step up.
She has now got her average for the season. 19 points to go with 3 assists and a couple of rebounds. Bantam, contested jumper. Last touch by Prahalis. Timeout on the floor. Ohio State on senior night. They are celebrating the gifts of Samantha Prahalis. What a first half she's having. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look as we roll to the end of the conference schedule at Murphy's Choice Awards.
Well, Player of the Year, I got Sammy P, and I will go as far as to say I think she's one of the top 4 players in the entire country. Freshman of the Year, Rachel Bantam. Samantha Logic's been coming on strong, but it's been Rachel's year. Defense, Taylor Hill. I think, you know, Amber Stokes, KK Hauser, Jenny Ryan, they deserve consideration. And Coke Washington, they start 1-2 in conference. They rip off an 11-1 since. But hey, I got to tip my hat. I think Sharon Versa, Lisa Bluter, and Jim Foster all have done an outstanding job this season.
Mary, I have to ask you, if Taylor Hill, nice inbounds play, shot is missed inside. Voigt with the rebound, and Voigt travels before the shot. All right, my question to you, if Taylor Hill is your defender of the year in the Big Ten,
right,
and she leads the conference in scoring,
right,
how is she not the player of the year?
Because I think a lot of what she does offensively this year is because of Samantha Prahalis. You're one of the top players in the country with assists. You're shooting 44% from 3. You're one of the top scorers in the country. You rebound. You're fun. You're electric. You got a top 20 team. Sammy Prahalis is an amazing player, and people look at her and just don't want to give her the respect she deserves. And I know Stephanie White is back in Chicago in the studio, nodding her head yes, because we talk about this all the time.
And we have 2 different calls, and the definitive one is going to go against Jim Foster's Ohio State Buckeyes, giving the ball back over to Minnesota.
But I think you also have to tip your hat a little bit to Maggie Lucas. She has improved her game, elevated her game, and she is an amazing player. And right now, Penn State is the best team in the conference, without a doubt.
Penn State 12-3 through their first 15 conference games. Minnesota will see Penn State on Sunday for their final regular season game before the Big Ten tournament. Now BTN to go goes where you want, when you want it. BTN to go presented by Auto Owners Insurance. You can watch live games and BTN original programming on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. BTN to go is available at no extra charge to subscribers who receive BTN through their cable, satellite, or participating video providers. To learn more, visit btntogo.com. Also available in the App Store, and I could speak from experience. My partner Mary Murphy, Stephanie White back in the studio. We all prepare for our games by watching BTN to go. It's really wonderful.
If you don't use BTN to go, if you have the ability to do it, go get it.
It's free.
It's free and it's amazing. It's free, but you do have to pay your cable bill on
I guess
time.
so, yes. Nothing's really free anymore.
No, it's not.
Here's Taylor Hill, and we're going to have a foul about 25 feet away from the basket. It's going to be a hold on Kiera Buford. No, it's on Kiana Kellogg first. And we'll have a free throw opportunity for Martina Ellerby.
Ellerby, an East Coaster out of Teaneck, New Jersey. I think if you're Minnesota, you have to be feeling pretty good.
Buford, nice step around, can't convert. That's been the story of her day. Missed shot leads to a run out. Prahalis 1-on-3. Decides to pass it over to the Big Ten's leading scorer, Taylor Hill. Ellerby takes her time, doesn't travel, and fighting for the loose ball is going to stay with the Scarlet and Gray.
Big opportunity for Minnesota. You've got this lead down to 9. You miss one shot at this end, you give up the opportunity at the defensive end to clear a rebound.
Sari Noga now in for the first time. Noga number 21 for the Gophers. She's guarding Prahalis. Now Voigt switches out on Sammy. A couple of Minnesotans going at it there. Hill working on Buford. Hill gives up the basketball.
Well said.
Prahalis, another three. Folks, she is blistering hot. 22 points. One and done, going for the rebound, and we'll have a foul inside. I think it's going to be on Ellerby.
One thing that's impressed me so much is her patience this year. Just look at her read the situation. You're not going to step out beyond that arc and guard me. I've proven I can hit it. You can't guard the line. You can't guard the screener. You have got to go find Sammy Prahalis.
That's the officials changing the call. Originally it was a foul on Ellerby. It's now been called on Kiana Kellogg, her second, and she's going to have to go to the bench. Coming up at halftime, first half analysis, highlights, scores from around the Big Ten. Lisa Byington and Stephanie White, they're going to get you ready for our second half with their keys for the second stanza of this one. Ellerby rocks that free throw up and in.
Well, I'm sure a lot of what they're going to talk about is who's going to check Sammy Prahalis.
Mary, this is senior night. The only senior for Jim Foster's Buckeyes is Samantha Prahalis. Are these design plays that he's calling for her?
No, she's just run. This is what they run offensively. Run a lot of stuff with that high screen with the post. They brought their offense higher, looking for backdoor cuts, but she's open, she's feeling it, and she is just taking advantage.
Along the baseline, Loberg hits the bottom of the rim, gets it back, and is rewarded. She's fouled. So Loberg will go to the free throw line. Loberg in a bit of a funk. Did not score the most recent game for the Gophers against Illinois. And that is her first point tonight.
Only played 12 minutes in that game. The production is up a little bit from a year ago as far as rebounding the basketball, but I think with Katie Loberg, a lot of it is just about confidence.
Difference between game clock and shot clock, about 4 seconds.
And of course, Sammy Prahalis has not come out of the game, and most nights she does not. High screen. Voigt stepping out.
Step back jumper. Prahalis hits the deck, doesn't get the call. Offensive rebound. Bucks, they can hold it for one more. Prahalis inside, wraparound pass stolen away. That's her first turnover of the first half. Close to a flawless first half for the Buckeyes lone senior. 22 points, 3 assists, just 1 turnover in 20 minutes of play. Both teams will head to the locker room. Buckeyes up by 12. Let's send it back to Chicago, where Lisa and Stephanie are standing by.
The Sam Prahalis hot hand is smoking over here all the way in Chicago. My goodness, starting out 17 of the Buckeyes' first 22 points. How is she getting it done?
Any way that she wants to. I think Samantha Prahalis came out today and said, you want to see us rebound? Well, I'm going to show you rebound. First shot of the ball game, she knocks down a 3 from long distance, comes down, hits another mid-range jumper. She's getting it done in so many different ways, inside, outside, off the dribble, setting up her teammates. I mean, Samantha Prahalis is on fire. Yes, count it. She finds her open teammates as well. I mean, we talk about the assist record. Well, she's coming out and she's showing us that she can score it.
Well, yeah, we were kind of joking watching this game. She's going to get 30 points and no assists, right?
She nearly had it in the first half.
Yeah, she nearly did. 22 points, 34 points is her career high earlier this month. Now, when Sam was kind of cooling off, I use cooling off very softly here and very lightly, what were her teammates doing to pick up the pace a little bit?
Well, I think what happens is Samantha Prahalis is really doing such a good job that Minnesota everyone has to be aware of where she is. Well, that opens up things for her teammates, and that's one of the good things about what Samantha Prahalis does. And then Taylor Hill says, okay, I'll step up, I'll help you out. Nobody wants to guard me, I will knock it down. And then getting a post presence for Ohio State, also important. Darice Moore on the block is a beneficiary of one of those assists from Prahalis, and then in attack mode. And Taylor Hill is one of the best at this. She attacks in transition. Nobody stops the ball. She finds Emily Harmon on the penetrate and dish. So I think a lot of times defensively you get so consumed about the one player that's hurting you, and then everybody else is able to benefit from that.
Yeah, and Mary Murphy was talking about the respect that Sam Prahalis.
And I was nodding. She was right.
She said, yeah, you were doing this as she was talking. It's like she was here. It's amazing.
Close.
Still to come, we'll recap the first game, an important one for both Michigan and Purdue, and a little shakeup in the standings. We'll explain. We had a surplus of Sam Prahalis baskets to choose from, 9 to be exact. This one. Bucket, she has 22. Sam Prahalis accounting for 28 of the Buckeyes' 38 points. How do you stop her if you're Minnesota?
Well, first the thing they have to do is stop her earlier in transition. They can't allow her to get it all the way down the floor, force her to be a passer, and then finish the play with the rebound.
Yeah, she certainly is making the most of her senior day, wouldn't you say? 22 points already, her career high at 34. We toss it over to Columbus. Guys, got to be fun to watch in that front row seat you have.
Yeah, it sure is, Lisa. People here at Value City Arena came thinking that maybe they'd see Prahalis set the Big Ten all-time record in assists. Instead, she may set the Ohio State record for single-game scoring.
She may do both. I mean, she's having a whale of a game.
I went to the media room just a moment ago, and everyone wanted to know, is she getting close to the record? In case you're wondering, Ohio State's all-time record for points scored in a single game is 40 by Katie Smith back in the early 90s. All right, let's talk about the first half for Minnesota. For a while, it looked like they're going to go toe-to-toe, Rachel Banham and Samantha Prahalis.
She's been pretty special, and it has been a battle of the point guards, and Banham started this thing off very, very well. To penetrate the pull-up, she's so strong. The hang time turns that into an old-fashioned three-point play. And here, the whirling dervish, and comes down on the foot of a teammate, and she had to go out and sit for a bit. Returns to action and goes right back to work. Penetration inside, gets to the rim against the leading shot blocker in the conference with success. But wow, the story of the day, and maybe the season, the play of Sammy Prahalis, like a fullback hitting the line, going inside. Defensively, the stop, and then the evasion for 2 on the layup. And then off the offensive rebound, buries another 3. It was an amazing first half from Sammy Prahalis.
Take a look at the numbers for the point guards. Banham with 9 on 4 of 8 shooting. Samantha Prahalis has already hoisted up 16 shots, but she's made 9 of them for her 22 points. All right, don't go anywhere. History in the making, quite possibly here at Value City Arena. We will have our second half when we come back in a moment. Getting ready to start our second half. The 14th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes on top of Minnesota by a dozen. 38-26 is our score with Mary Murphy. I'm Eric Collins. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half.
Well, you look at the field goals, and a big part of that, obviously, is Sammy Prahalis. Everybody else has certainly struggled. Three-point shooting has been a struggle for Minnesota. They haven't shot many, but they haven't made them. Turnovers, Ohio State has done a tremendous job at taking care of the basketball, and we talked about second chance points. They have delivered much better than they did Monday night at Penn State.
We didn't have the rebounding numbers on that screen, but it is tied. 23 rebounds for Minnesota, 23 for Ohio State. And an early foul right here against Amber Stokes. That's going to be the third foul on Stokes. 2 seconds into our second half.
Kennard up very quickly for Jim Foster.
Don't forget, second season starts on Thursday. Big Ten Women's Tournament from Indianapolis. First 3 days, all the games you can find on BTN.
And one thing we know from this season, this very special season in the Big Ten Conference, anything can happen. For Stokes, you called it. Will sit.
So Stokes to the bench. Malika Kennard replaces her.
Indiana delivered their first win, defeating Wisconsin.
Moberg loses the handle, picked up by Adams. Here comes Prahalis, her first second half touch. She had 22 first half points. Dumped down. Kalpana Beach has it blocked, gets it back. And she's tied up once again. Alternate possession arrow keeps it with the Buckeyes.
And who's right smack dab in the middle of it? Rachel Banham. Trying to get some point production from Beach. And there's Banham just battling inside, straight up and down. Well played. Michigan State rolls over Nebraska and the Spartans, but a team that was taking a dip and just has elevated their play. Iowa, Michigan State, when the chips are down, those two programs really just knew how to get things turned around the right direction.
So Banham, a little bit of a banged up ankle in the first half. First shot here in the second half, misses it short, and Taylor Hill picks it up in the corner. Let's talk about Taylor Hill. She did not have a great offensive first half. Just 1 for 8 shooting. Second consecutive game she struggled against the Gophers.
And I think it's important for her to get going, and that's the way to do it. Put it on the floor, get creative, and things will start opening up. She is just too good. That crossover. We talked about Sammy's and her ability, much like Sammy, to get into contact and continue and get the bucket to go.
So Hill with 8 points now. Chance to make it a 3-point play.
But you mentioned she doesn't always shoot the ball well, but when she gets to she's able to get to the free throw line, and she can generate a lot of offense by creating contact and knocking down free throws.
Buford working against Hill. A little bit short, rebounded by Prahalis. Prahalis hesitates and throws it up with one hand. She's fouled. Buford got her on the wrist.
The definition of the hesitation dribble. You relax the defense, they start just getting coaxed back to sleep, they just kind of relax, and then you explode right by them. This is the hesitation dribble, people. They'll hesitate. Okay, explode.
So 2 free throws for Prahalis. I had a chance to talk to the coaching staff for the Gophers before the game, and talking about Rachel Banham and how good she's been her freshman year. They said the one thing they want her to work on going from freshman year to sophomore year is what we just saw out of Prahalis. She is so fast and so quick, but they wanted to change her gears from now and then and hesitate and just make that explosion even better, because sometimes she goes slow by design.
And I think when you go back and look at video of Sammy Prahalis as a freshman and sophomore, that's what she did. It was a straight line at one speed, not anymore.
There's Banham, picks up her dribble about 17 feet away and drops it in with some feathery touch. 11 points now for Banham.
High screen,
Prahalis gets it inside to Beach. Prahalis gets it back, now fires it over to Kennard, who gets it to Hill. In the paint. Good start to the second half for Taylor Hill.
And that move, it looked better, it felt better. She went up, it looked smooth as butter. You can just feel her brother PJ back at home watching, talking to her, saying, this is what you need to do, little sis.
Outside shot up and in. Brianna Masti hits the jump shot.
And I like the way Massey's playing tonight. She's not hesitating when she has an open look. She's drilling it. She's not thinking twice.
It's a Gopher team that's beaten 2 ranked teams so far this year. Ohio State earlier in Minneapolis. And more recently in the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Both those games were at home. Kennard misses everything. Rebound cleared by Buford. She races the other way and misses the left-handed layup.
And how many shots already tonight have we seen Minnesota within like 3-4 feet of the basket, and they just can't get them to go down.
And we're going to have a blocking foul now on Masti.
Baseline drive.
That's the third foul now on Masti. She's going to stay in the game. Leah Cotton will come in now, and Jackie Voigt also on the floor for the Gophers. Previous whistle, we saw Michaela Richey come on. So Pam Borton has substituted liberally already here in the second half. Adams has been fairly quiet, misses the shot. And going for the offensive rebound, Beach knocks it out of bounds.
I like her activity, especially in the second half. I think Beach has been very, very active, not always grabbing the rebounds, but just staying with the play. And that's what you want out of a rebounder. Bring some energy. Don't concede shots. Don't concede possessions. Cotton being very physical with Sammy Prahalis.
Masti inside has it knocked away. She was fouled. So the foul's starting to add up on Ohio State now.
Sammy Prahalis putting both hands on her forehead.
Her first team foul of the 3.
They call it on Taylor Hill, her first personal foul.
See, Prahalis is so practiced now. She doesn't wait for Jim Foster to motion her down. She just takes the long trip down, listens to what he has to say, and then walks on back.
Later tonight, it's Big Ten Icons, the Coaches Series, as we showcase Kelly Amani Hiller and how she's turned a Northwestern lacrosse program into a dynasty. And we're not just tossing out that word. It is a dynasty. Don't miss Big Ten Icons, Kelly Amani Hiller, presented by Discover. That's coming up tonight at 11 Eastern, only on BTN. Northwestern really with no history at all of women's lacrosse, and they have won 6 national titles under her watch. Jump shot, Prahalis. She has still got the stroke.
Well, we were right in line with that shot, and you are exactly right, in rhythm.
27 points for the senior from Long Island. Banham trying to answer. She does. Foot on the line. It's a long 2.
I am loving our little point guard battle here.
It is so rare to find a freshman who can dribble as well as she can, but still able to be effective outside with a jump shot. Prahalis again! 3 more! That's a 30-point game!
And there's 15:40 left in the second half.
Buckeye record for points in a game is 40, set by the great Katie Smith. Prahalis has 30 of the Buckeyes' 51. Cotton score the goal and the foul. Maybe that will stem the tide and give the Gophers a little bit of a surge, because right now they're getting blitzed by Prahalis. The 3 ball's raining in. She has got 30 points already. We still have 15-19 left to play. Final week of the Big Ten regular season for the women, and this is what the updated standings look like, Mary.
And what is, again, important is the top 4 spots. You want to finish in the top 4. Iowa Iowa currently up 12 at Northwestern. Sunday, Michigan is at Iowa. Michigan State at Northwestern. Indiana at Purdue. It is going down to the last day. And Lisa Gluter in her weekly news conference put it simply, we can finish 3rd or we can finish 7th. It just depends how we finish.
Leah Cotton misses the free throw, and it's rebounded in traffic by Doris Moore, who's now re-entered the game. Buckeyes up by 15. Big story in today's game, Samantha Prahalis already with 30 points. Her career high is 34. Moore inside, extra pass, gets it over to Harmon now. Harmon gave the Buckeyes some good first half minutes coming off of Jim Foster's bench. Hill is fouled. When she got into the lane, she'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
I keep thinking that Ohio State needs somebody else to score besides Sammy Prahalis, but maybe not on a magical night here in Columbus, Ohio.
Ohio State Buckeye record for points in a game. Katie Smith back in December of 1994 scored 40 points against Idaho State.
I'm glad it wasn't against my Wisconsin team because she lit us up a couple of times.
Katie Smith, of course, turned out to be a wonderful pro in a number of different leagues, most recently the WNBA. Do you see that in Sammy Prahalis' future?
She's just so different from Katie Smith. Katie Smith was like a 2-guard, 3 power player.
Offensive foul on Kellogg.
I mean, had range out to the parking lot, would knock you down, step on you. I mean, she was just the most fantastic shooter you'd ever want to see. And here's the offensive foul. Here's Katie Smith's number retired in the rafters.
But in terms of WNBA, you're sold on Samantha Prahalis.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Was thinking all Katie Smith. Yeah, I think she's gonna be a top 5 pick. I really do. People are very excited about her. The one thing they talk about is, well, is she durable enough? She plays 40 minutes a game, every game. And she's all out every minute that she's on the floor. Her size at 5'7", maybe she's kind of a skinny mini, but it's just not a concern. She's gonna step on the floor and make great players better.
Gophers know a thing or two about great point guard play. Of course, Lindsay Whalen was sensational for 4 years playing for the Gophers. Under 15 minutes to play. Harmon with the ball. Step out jumper as this one lip out.
I think Banham is better as a freshman than Lindsay was.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, her range, the way she shoots the ball, her decision making. I mean, she is ahead of the curve. Penetration down the lane, a little change of speed there, and again, the ability with her strength to draw the contact and get to the line.
Just a freshman, but already in double figures today. That means she's gone 25 straight games with double-figure points, which is just incredible. That means you have a level of consistency when you're not supposed to be consistent. It's your first year playing college basketball.
And at Michigan, which is a tremendous defensive team, she knocks down 6 of 10 3-pointers. So, I mean, on the road, at home, it just doesn't matter. She shows up and she plays big.
Latest 15 for Ohio State. Prahalis, another 3-point look, and again, she knocks it in. 33.
You know, there's the zone, and then there's outer space.
Buford called for the travel. Buckeyes are going to get it back.
Sammy Prahalis, once again, off the handoff. Minnesota goes behind that screen. They're not doubling that thing hard, and she finds the space and the time to lift another one skyward and downward.
If you're just joining us, it is senior night here at Value City Arena. Final home game for Samantha Prahalis.
Is it senior night or is it just Sammy Prahalis night?
She is the lone senior on this Buckeye team. Kennard. And Prahalis going for the rebound. She can be called for the foul.
Ohio State foul, number 21, Samantha Prahalis.
Sammy Prahalis doesn't want to lead the rebounds to the bigs. She's inside trying to make something happen as well, and you can see Masty want none of it.
Maybe the fly in the ointment. That is the third personal foul for Prahalis. She hasn't come out of the game so far. Buckeyes do have a comfortable working lead. But 3 fouls is significant.
But you saw her put the 3 fingers up, so the bench communicating to her, and I'm sure she's going to reel it down a little bit.
Offensive rebound inside. Good energy play by Leah Cotton.
Go by Leah Cotton.
We have a contact issue. Doris Moore is asking for a moment. That's impressive. Are you kidding? Yeah, she's going to have to go to the bench and figure it out. I think she got the right contact back in that quickly. Division I effort right there. So Moore heads back to the bench, replaced by Ashley Adams. And Samantha Prahalis, this isn't a new thing. Her playing every minute of every game. She's done it for a while now. Look at that, 940 of 947 minutes of Big Ten play for the Buckeyes. That's incredible.
It is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. And she just does not come out of the game. And so often, what we see in the college and in the pro game is when you know the TV timeout's approaching at the 16, at the 12, the 8, the 4, is you'll sub and give your star a rest, so they'll catch not just the timeout rest, but a minute or 2 before or after. Not Sammy Prahalis. She just stays right with it the whole way, never comes out of the ball game.
Official just coming over to our table. They're checking the game clock just to make sure that it is accurate. It says 12:54 right now, but we may have lost a second or two when that last ball went out of bounds. The shot goes through at 13:09, 13:08. So they're gonna have to put some more time on the clock. I've been very impressed with these 3 officials today, just in the way that they've communicated, not only with each other, but also with us, making sure that everyone understands the calls that are being made throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, it's good, but when you're a coach right now, let's play. Like, whatever the seconds are, there's missing 1 or 2. Let's just go. Let's get this thing going. And you can see, you know, Jim Foster starting to lean over and go, all right, what's the decision here, people?
So it says 12:02. I think it should be 13:02. The clock above both baskets says 13:02. And that is what it is. We'll get that sorted out. 13 minutes left. Ohio State on top of Minnesota by 16.
The officials just gave Sammy Prahalis a little rest, which
she needed. 2 more points for Prahalis. 35 now. She's 5 away from tying Katie Smith's record. And that is a new career high on senior day. Her final home game for Prahalis. Couldn't ask for much more. Gophers down by 18. Kellogg misses with the left hand. Richey can't corral the rebound. Between the legs, looking for the fancy assist, and Hill misses the jumper.
Yeah, the guys behind us were calling for the assist. They knew something special was coming.
Had a chance to talk to the people right behind us at halftime, and I said, what would you rather see, the single game scoring record or the all-time Big Ten assist record? They said both. I don't think there's going to be enough time in this game for that to happen. Richey working on Adams, gets it back out to Cotton. 5 on the shot clock. Cotton throws up a wild one, and Buford with the rebound can't hit the return shot. Trailer on the break is Adams, but Prahalis takes it herself, and that's her first bad shot of the game.
She was right in front of Jim Foster, kind of shot him a look like, give me a break on 1, right?
Mary, already this year, Minnesota has seen a 38-point game put on them by Brittany Rayburn of Purdue. That's currently the highest point total for a Big Ten women player on the year. Now Samantha Prahalis may have that in the next couple of minutes. She has been red hot. 35 points on senior night for good old number 21. Welcome back, everyone, to Value City Arena here in Columbus. Mary, a lot of things going on in the world of women's basketball.
Well, a big shuffle at the top, except for Baylor, of course. Stanford moves up, Notre Dame moves up, St. John's finally moves into the top 25 after that amazing win at UConn. Maryland, I mean, it has been a topsy-turvy week. February is always a crazy time on the men's side, the women's side. I think the grind starts and teams just sometimes lose their focus, and sometimes teams that are trying to move up just do a great job of kind of keeping that focus.
And don't forget, next week, the Big Ten tournament. The first 3 days, all the action you can find right here on BTN. Michaela Richey picks up that foul. That's the 7th team foul for the Gophers. And Ashley Adams will shoot a 1-and-1.
It has been a quiet offensive game for the post players of Ohio State. Beach 0 for 3, Adams 0 for 2.
Adams scoreless.
Yeah, the drought continues.
It's close to 8 points per game. Gophers coming into this game on a 2-game winning streak, running into a buzzsaw. Down by 18. It's been all Samantha Prahalis. And Prahalis ahead of the pack. She had an easy 2, but a good foul by Banham there to stop Taylor Hill. Tonight, join host Dennis Haysbert as we explore the efforts of Big Ten universities on and off campus to make a difference in a variety of fields around the globe. Impact the World. That's tonight at 11:30 Eastern, only on BTN. 1-and-1 now for Hill.
Back in for the Buckeyes, Amber Stokes.
Amber Stokes, who's been out for the majority of the second half, picked up her 3rd foul. She's back on the floor, replacing Malika Kennard.
So a defensive stopper enters the game. Minnesota's already struggling to score points. And Taylor Hill, who has absolutely taken her game to the next level this year. Last year, she was really the 3rd option. This year, the primary option, along with Sammy Prahalis, and she has just reveled and relished in the role.
Offensive rebound, Harmon. She hits the deck, and that's going to be a travel turnover, giving the ball back to Minnesota. I'm going to ask you a question about Jim Foster's team. They have not been a great road team. 4 road losses in conference, at Michigan, at Minnesota, at Illinois, at Penn State. On neutral floors the rest of the year. Do you think this is the type of team that can go on a run and make a charge in the Big Ten tournament, and then finally in the NCAA tournament?
I do. And the main reason is they've got 2 of the best players in the conference in the country, Taylor Hill and Sammy Prahalis. If they rebound the basketball and if they move the ball well offensively, I mean, obviously Sammy Prahalis is having a once-in-a-lifetime night tonight. But they've got to obviously have more people involved. They need production out of Ashley Adams. Beach needs to be involved. Whoever else comes off the bench, they need to have a little more balance. But yes, when you have gamers like Sammy Prahalis and Taylor Hill, you're always in it, and you got a shot.
Good rebound inside by Richey, has it ripped away. Buckeyes still have 1 more road game before their regular season is complete. They will play at Nebraska on Sunday, and then head to Indianapolis for the Big Ten tournament. Catch that game on Sunday, right here on BTN.
Think about this. Ohio State in the poll to start the season picked 5th. I mean, they were shown no love, no respect.
Adams continues to struggle.
I think they've proven a lot of people wrong.
And with Hill returning and Prahalis returning, I know the loss of Chantel Lavender was huge in what she meant to this program for 4 years.
Well, she was player of the year for 4 years. I mean,
but Prahalis and Hill, pretty good building blocks to rebuild your team.
But to go from a team that is all about playing power ball, out rebound, you know, they would run, certainly they, you know, Lavender did a great job of filling for a woman her size, but it was about, you know, being able to play smash mouth, get down low and make things happen. They have just transformed what they do, and they're doing a great job of that.
How unusual is it in your mind to have a coach like Jim Foster, who's been around for a long time, to radically change the way his team plays offense from year to year, to be a post-dominated team to now a team that's almost a European-style team with their perimeter play?
You know, I asked him that question on media day and a couple times during the course of the season, and he just kind of chuckled at me and gave me that look like, you should know better than to ask me that question. He's a man who really understands all kinds of different basketball styles. As the push ahead, Buford stays with it. And the foul down low. And he can adapt and he can change, and he loves the wide open style and he loves the European style, and he's coached internationally for the USA basketball. I mean, so he understands a whole lot more about basketball than any of us do. So he made the adjustment. I think he's having a great time with it, and who wouldn't?
Jackie Voigt will shoot the second. She splits the pair. Coming up later tonight, our Hoops Insiders survey the big stories in the conference, talk with the week's top newsmakers, and provide a complete preview of the weekend's games. Big Ten Basketball Report presented by BMW at 10:30 tonight Eastern Time, only on BTN. Hill misses inside. There's a reason for that. She was fouled. Junior will go to the line where she has been most effective.
The one thing that Taylor had really worked on in the offseason, she had the long-range game. She could post up. It was that mid-range game. You know, she could get to the rim so well, but to take one dribble, two, and then just elevate from, like, you know, 12 to 8 feet and not have to take it all the way to the basket, has added another dimension to her game and really helped elevate her to this elite status.
Minnesota's going to go to the bench. Sari Noga comes back on. She replaces Brianna Masti. Has the defense changed much for Taylor Hill? She was great last year. This year, with the added responsibility of scoring, is the defense still at last year's level?
I think it is. She reminds me a little bit of Cheryl Swoops. It's like you almost don't want to go to her side of the floor because she can make so many things happen. And when she gets a steal, forget about it. The track meet is on. It's 2 points at the other end. And
we're going to have an illegal screen called on Jackie Voigt. The veteran post picks up the personal foul.
Taylor Hill last year, we talked about her being the third option. Look at who's had the biggest increase in scoring this year in the conference. Taylor Hill. Danielle Diamant is having an outstanding season, and she's really elevated her game as well. Taylor Wirtz, the go-to player now, a year older for Wisconsin. Courtney Boylan, the point guard for Michigan. You want a Courtney Boylan on your team because she just always finds a way.
Hill inside, dribbles it back out, and the Buckeyes are working along the perimeter. Prahalis hadn't hit a shot in a while, going for the rebound. They're going to call a foul on Minnesota. Jackie Voigt. I thought maybe that was on Emily Harmon.
Boy, I would have voted for Emily Harmon as well. And Voigt, I love the smile on Voigt.
Minnesota foul number 45, Jackie Voigt was third.
Really? Jackie Voigt, who missed 6 games with the concussions, just trying to get back in the flow. When you're on a bench and things are going this way, you just feel like when it rains, it pours. Of course the foul's on us.
Voigt's been a really solid player
really
for Pam Borton for 4 years. Started almost every game her first 3 years. This year experimenting, coming off the bench for a little bit.
How about graduated in 3 years? She's in a master's program. She's going to get her master's, finish up next year. Practical kinesiology, wants to be a coach.
And a bounce pass inside. Amber Dvorak, her first shot of the game, misses inside. Rebounded by Emily Harmon, who's really been solid on the glass.
She has.
Prahalis, the blow by, scores to the left hand. 37 now for Prahalis. Buckeye record is 40 in a game set by Katie Smith.
She's such a tough check.
Blocked by Adams, the Big Ten's leader in rejections. We'll have a tie-up. Possession there is going to give it back over to the Gophers. Time for Samantha Prahalis and the Buckeyes to catch their breath. 7:20 left. Will we have history? A new Buckeye scoring record? We'll see when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. Senior day here at Value City Arena. Final home game for Samantha Prahalis, the lone senior for the Buckeyes. She has been magnificent. 37 points, a new career high.
Well, she has 22 in the first half. Second half, she's ripped off 15 on 5 of 8 shooting. There has been no let-up, and Banham just keeps firing away.
And when it's all said and done, Rachel Banham's got a chance for a 40-point night someday in her future. She's got 18 points. Martina Ellerby back on the floor for the Scarlet and Gray. This is Amber Stokes. Southpaw fires it up and in from 12 feet.
Amber Stokes is an important, not just defensive player, but an offensive player to get in the flow. She's going to play hard. She had to sit a lot in the first half.
Prahalis misses a chance to tie Katie Smith's all-time scoring record. And it's going to stay with Ohio State.
This crowd is with her. I mean, they are on their feet wanting this 3 to go down. Taylor Hill with the assist. Usually roles are reversed.
You think there's any chance that Prahalis doesn't know what the all-time scoring record is at this point? Has it been? You coached in this conference.
I'm going to say yes.
How do they know?
I'm going to say yes. It's possible she doesn't know. What do you think?
I just think that she has to know, but I can't imagine who would tell her. Well, Jim Foster's not going to tell her.
People aren't sitting on the bench with a media guide looking up who scored the most points.
Hill continues to misfire. She is, so far today, just 3 for 12 shooting the basketball. She's had 2 subpar shooting games this year in conference play, and both of them have come against her hometown team.
And sometimes certain teams have your number, and it appears that Minnesota is one of those teams for Taylor Hill.
Gophers had been playing good basketball, winning their last 2 games. Prahalis has just tied the all-time record. A 40-point night for Prahalis.
Oh my goodness.
And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Ohio State.
Here's the one that ties it. Comes off the hard screen by Amber Stokes. Katie Smith, number 30.
You're going to have to go a long time before you find another senior day performance like what we've had this evening from Samantha Prahalis.
But it's not like she's forced the action. Every shot she's taken, she's been open. She's just made so many great things happen for herself.
Beach inside. Finally cleared by Richey. Prahalis still with work to be done. She's only tied with Katie Smith. She wants to pass her. And Stokes, almost with an incredible steal, knocks it out of bounds.
Stokes, such a great defender. Looks like a free safety in football. Or a triple jumper or a long jumper. She's a great athlete.
I think she's got the best bounce in this conference. Makes her a great defender. This is Cotton. She's been solid off the bench. Over to Voigt. Inside Richey is pushed by Beach.
Yeah, Beach was just right in that mid-back, just barreling in with the elbow. But I've been impressed by Beach. I mean, the numbers aren't going to show it, but I think she's given them a physical presence. Hasn't corralled a lot of rebounds, but hasn't been extremely active.
1-on-1 situation for Michaela Richey, the sophomore from Ontario. She'll get another. Our Motel 6 sixth player of the game, Leah Cotton, 8 points, 4 boards off of Pam Borton's bench.
Replacing Taylor Hill.
First time tonight that Taylor Hill has had a seat on the bench for Ohio State. And Richey hits them both. Buckeyes up by 22 points, closing in on 5 minutes left to play. Open look. Shot rolls in. Raven Ferguson. First 3-pointer for her. She's got 14 three-pointers on the year.
Yeah, the 5'11 freshman out of Columbus. I think she can give this team a lift off the bench as they proceed down the road the rest of this season.
That's going to be a blocking foul called on Jackie Voigt.
Boy, Voigt thought she was set and that Amber Stokes just barreled right through her.
Jackie Voigt, her fourth.
The ball swings. Raven Ferguson just plenty of time to line it up and knock it down.
Prahalis with 40 points, tied with Katie Smith for the all-time single-game high in Buckeye basketball history. Amber Stokes flying to the rim.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of the complementary players really pick up their pace offensively.
And Richey scored the goal, and she's fouled. Maybe we gave away the sixth play of the game too quickly. Richey has really stepped up.
Yeah, we've liked her energy. I mean, she hasn't always had the finish, but she's been really, really close. Just glimpses of the great potential that she has.
For the Buckeyes, Reese Moore and Sasha Dobronic.
Phantom back on the floor. Kiana Kellogg also back on the floor for the Gophers. She's going to give it one last try with 4.5 minutes left.
One shot.
Shea rattles the free throw up and in. She's 3 for 3. That's impressive. She had been 45% at the line on the year.
Timeout, Minnesota.
Timeout on the floor. 4:35 left to play. Samantha Prahalis needs one more point to become Ohio State's all-time single-game leader, all by herself in points. Welcome back, everyone. 4:35 left to play with Mary Murphy. I'm Eric Collins. Ohio State up comfortably, you would assume. Ohio State earlier this season losing against the Gophers up in Minneapolis. But this one has been all Buckeyes and all Samantha Prahalis from the opening jump.
It really has. It was like Sammy and this Ohio State team had something to prove, and they did. After the debacle that took place in Penn State on Monday night, where they just were never really in the game, well, maybe for the first 8-10 minutes, and then it was all Penn State, most especially on the boards.
Prahalis with 40 points, currently tied with Katie Smith for the tops in a single game in Buckeye basketball history. Imagine she wants 2 more, and then she's out of the game. Going to work one-on-one. Shot a little bit too strong. Sasha Dobronic into the game. And it goes back over to the Gophers. Those are the all-time best for a single game in Ohio State history. Katie Smith and Samantha Prahalis. No one's ever done any more. Rachel Banham still on the floor for the Gophers. Prahalis got it a little bit too late. Top of the key jumper, wide of the mark. And the Buckeyes are going to back it up and get it over to Prahalis again. I think now everyone in this building understands what the Buckeyes are playing for. Dobronic, her second shot. This one rim glass, rimming in.
Now Dobronic, who once she graduates, hopes to go into business with Sammy Prahalis, start a clothing company.
And Prahalis, the last Buckeye to touch it. Timeout on the floor, 3:12 left. We're still chasing history with Samantha Prahalis when we come back to Columbus. Final home game of the year for the Buckeyes. They are up comfortably on Minnesota. 75 points for Ohio State. 40 of those 75 points scored by the senior Samantha Prahalis. Mary Murphy, what's impressed you the most about her night?
Well, I think from start to finish, she has wanted this game to be special, and so she's made it special, and it's her ability to just have her way, whether it's with the assist, where she's one of the best in the country, or tonight, where she's one of the best scorers in the country. Long range, 22 points in the first half. These all from the second, 18 points in the second. This one, the screen by Stokes, the launch, ties her with Katie Smith, most points ever scored in a game. She doesn't come to Ohio State as a scorer. but she leaves as a great scoring point guard.
Rachel Banham, quick trigger on the out-of-bounds play. Rebound run down in the corner by DeBronic. All right, Ohio State, name of the game the last couple of minutes has been get the ball to Prahalis and get out of the way. I want to give her the single game scoring record all to herself. Stokes to Prahalis.
And if you're Leah Cotton, your job is just do not let her get a shot off.
And Prahalis just can't hide that instinct to pass the ball away. Runs down the loose ball in the corner, gets an extra possession for Ohio State. Chance for another assist. Shot is short by Ferguson, but another offensive rebound. And now a look for Prahalis. She was fouled. She'll go to the line. Now this will take some of the pressure off. She is a very good free throw shooter.
Minnesota founder 11, Leah Cotton, second.
Prahalis with 40 points. One of these free throws would give her the new Ohio State single game record. Yeah, no doubt about it, our pure silk shaved cream performance of the game. Samantha Prahalis, a career high and a Buckeye record, 41 points.
Senior night and a game for the ages for Sammy Prahalis.
And there she goes to the Buckeye bench.
That's how every senior wants to walk off the floor. Sammy Prahalis able to do it tonight. The crowd still standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, with her last basket at the 2:27 mark, Samantha Prahalis just set an Ohio State record with 42 points. She breaks the previous record of 40, held by Katie Smith, set back in 1994.
Sitting next to her mentor, Debbie Black, the first great point guard that Jimmy Foster coached at St. Joe's University in Philly. And the point guard out of Long Island. What a night.
The amazing thing about the talent that is Samantha Prahalis, people came here to Value City Arena expecting her to become the all-time leader in the Big Ten in assists. And she leaves with the most points ever scored by a Buckeye woman. Just incredible. Buckeyes are going to avenge the loss from earlier in the year against the Gophers up at Williams Arena. They're going to move to 11-4 during the conference play with one game remaining. Gophers are going to fall to 6-9 in Big Ten play.
And on a night where we felt like Ohio State needed to make a statement, it was Sammy Prahalis that made a statement. And I think the statement's about her, but it's also about the program she decided to come out to. And that was, we're not going to be stopped, whether it takes me and Taylor, me and whoever. They've got a lot of work yet to do this season.
Buckeyes still with one conference game left. That's going to be on the road in Lincoln. It's not going to be an easy one.
No, indeed.
They're going to take on Nebraska. Minnesota, they have one more. That one's on the road as well. They're going to take on Penn State. That one won't be easy. Both Ohio State and Nebraska playing on Sunday. But if you got Samantha Prahalis on your team, you always got a chance.
You're exactly right.
2 shots.
I think one of the messages that I'm left with watching Sammy Prahalis play for 4 years is that basketball doesn't have to be a boring half-court game, that you can have fun with it. It can be like the playground. You refine your skills. She would go into New York City and play in the playgrounds, play pickup against the guys, and call next and spend the day trying to stay on that court for the entire day. And that's where she honed her skills. Maybe some AAU, but it was on the courts of New York City. And that's why she plays the way she plays. And I think the women's game could use a little more of that.
2 more points for Richey, who's really impressed. She hasn't given quarter at all. She's been aggressive, grabbing rebounds. She's in double figures in that category. She's gone to the line. She's been impressive.
She has been, and it's always, for young post players, it's always about footwork. And when you can get your footwork together, the rest of the game comes very, very quickly.
She's got herself a double-double. It's a double-double off the bench for Michaela Richey. Points and rebounds. Under a minute to play. Ohio State with the ball and a big lead. 79-54 is our score. Ohio State has lost against Minnesota just once here in Columbus over the years. Back in '09. Tie-up keeps it with the Buckeyes.
Sammy, and that's the way we like it. We like it. We like it.
I'd like to thank Sammy. There's nothing better than being courtside for history in a game like this. It just makes calling a game a whole lot of fun.
And a bump and a foul. More free throws here coming for the Buckeyes.
2 shots.
Amy Scullion hits the first. The first free throw of the year. Had been 0 for 2. Watch a lot of basketball over the years in a lot of different venues, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better senior day performance than what we've seen. We talked about it before, Mary. The ceremony is going to be after the game, so there's going to be more hugs and kisses and claps and tears, you'd imagine, for Samantha Prahalis over the next couple of minutes here at Value City Arena. And Ohio State doesn't need to shoot the ball anymore. The shot clock is off. That's going to do it. A standing ovation one more time for Samantha Prahalis. She was magnificent.
And the final, Minnesota 56, Ohio State.
Very final thoughts on what we saw in the performance we just witnessed.
History in the making, perhaps one of the best individual performances I've seen since I've been a broadcaster. It was a lot of fun.
The happy final score for the Buckeyes here in Columbus, 81-56. Samantha Prahalis and the Buckeyes improved to 11-4 on the year. Sure hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. For my partner, Mary Murphy, and our entire production crew, I'm Eric Collins saying so long, everybody, from Columbus. Up next on BTN, it's The Journey, Big Ten Basketball, presented by GMC. This has been a presentation of the Big Ten Network.